On Friday, the Senate approved Scott Pruitt for EPA head with 52 votes. 2 Democrats voted for him. You want to take a guess? I know for sure. If you watch this show on a regular basis, you could tell me one of the Democrats. There's no doubt about it. Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Uncle Tom, Democrat himself. There's the Republicans who are, they're a wolf in wolf's clothing. And then you have the blue dog Democrats and the corporate Democrats. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. And Joe Manchin is the head of the bunch. So he voted for him. You also had Heidi Heitkamp vote for him. Now, listen to this about Pruitt. So this really shows you the kind of guy we have now leading the EPA. He filed 14 lawsuits against the EPA. This is when he was Attorney General from Oklahoma. So most of them were in collaboration with the fossil fuel industry. That's a promising sign. The head of the EPA is working hand in hand with the fossil fuel companies. He's also taken a gigantic amount of money from them. We discussed that the other week. He's funded by people who have repeatedly violated EPA rules. And he also wants to roll back regulations, including regulations for clean water and clean air. So this is roughly time number 312 that we're talking about under the Trump administration. You have people who don't believe in a given agency picked to run said agency. Oldest trick in the book. It would be a huge story if a Republican administration were to actually, put the wheels in motion to eliminate the EPA. Eliminate the FDA. By the way, Trump said that when he was on the campaign trail. We're going to have to eliminate the FDA food police. Tremendous, believe me. Foodborne illness, it's all in your mind. We just got to get rid of the EPA, the FDA, and everything will be great. The food will taste even better. Tremendous, let me just tell you. But so instead of actually, putting the wheels in motion to get rid of these agencies, what you do is just simply pick somebody to lead the agency who's going to handcuff the agency and not let them do their job. So, for example, you have Rick Perry as the head of the Energy Department. Well, Rick Perry, one of the things he's most known for, apart obviously from being the governor of Texas and being on Dancing with the Stars and being stupid, is he wants to eliminate that agency. There was the famous oops moment in the debate. You remember that? He's like, I want to eliminate 3 different agencies. I'm Rick Perry. And so I would eliminate the IRS and the DBLA and the... I don't remember the third one. Oops. Ugh. It's so not smooth, along with being stupid and having a toxic ideology. So appoint that guy to head the Department of Energy. And then the Department of Energy is handcuffed. Appoint Pruitt to be the head of the EPA. EPA is handcuffed because Scott Pruitt is working for the oil companies. He's working for the fossil fuel companies. So, hey, coal, go ahead, pollute everywhere. Trump just signed an executive order the other day that we covered, which got rid of a rule that made it so coal companies couldn't dump toxic residue in waterways. Who signs that? Even if you poll Republicans, they tell you, yeah, I think that's one of the rules you should keep. But Trump's not listening to the people, he's listening to the companies. He said he wants to drain the swamp. You are the swamp. This is what the swamp does. So, what a joke. And, it's the same thing with, appoint a guy who was with Goldman Sachs for 17 years and who specialized when he was at One West Bank in foreclosing on senior citizens. Take that guy and make him Treasury Secretary. Gee, I wonder if policy is going to look out for the little guy. No, you appoint people who want to do the opposite of what the different agencies are supposed to do. That's what it is. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, another example. They want to, pick the guy who directly took money from predatory payday lenders. Put that guy as the head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and watch him not do any consumer financial protection. That's the trick. That's what they're doing. This is another example of it right here. And by the way, Democrats and the media, how dumb are you that you always take the bait with stupid shit that means nothing. So, again, faux scandals, or Russia. Let's talk about Russia for 18 months straight, as if that's going to have any impact and not make people roll their eyes. That's not going to do anything because it's largely made up. But if you focus on the things that matter, if you explain to people, oh, now that this guy's the head of the EPA, and he literally wants to get rid of regulations for clean water and clean air, maybe that'll affect you and your kids. Maybe cancer rates go up. Maybe respiratory issues go up. We actually have numbers on that, by the way. When Obama put those coal regulations in place, there were experts who calculated it and found that it would save thousands of lives because the coal regulations would prevent all these illness that would happen as a result of the dirty air. So this is how you attack Trump. Attack him on the things that matter. He's screwing over the American people. He's screwing over the little guy left and right. And all you do is focus on Russia. So it's just sad to see this happen. We lose the country, and the media's moral compass is totally broken, so they don't focus on the right things, and then people are uneducated about this stuff. Well, now, we're trying to educate you. We're a YouTube show here, but this is why I think YouTube is growing in popularity, and you have, news and politics and new media is growing in popularity, because we're actually talking about stuff that matters. This actually affects your life. And by the way, justicedemocrats.com, go sign up right now, because here's what we got to do. Primary the pants off of Joe Manchin. That was a weird way of phrasing it, wasn't it? Why would I want pants off of Joe Manchin? That's like the last thing I want. It's a phrase. I think you get where I was going with it. But primary him. I want him done. I want him out of there. Because he's just a Republican. That's what he is. He's got a D behind his name, but it should be an R. That's all it is. So now you know Scott Pruitt, a representative of the fossil fuel industry, is now the head of the EPA. Lovely.